let's share this, hey guys. Okay, I'm going to do a little sharing here. Cool. Someone's already liking. Look at that. Who's being nice to me right now? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of sharing here, and we'll get on with it. Live update. Startoon. Oop. I'm typing. Challenge. OIF 2017. And let's tag a few people. Charlie. Share. Why is it not doing it? Let's add some folks here. Let you all know what we're doing. Charlie Richards, where are you? Charlie Richards. Rob Anderson, see if you're around. Who else? Alex Martins. Who else? We don't run this on the wall anymore. I used to have that. Who are my finalists? Charlie Richards. Alex Martins. Gotta get my. I don't have Adam on my.
We have Adam Winnick and Ryan McNeil.
Ryan. Hey, why is it not tagging? Ryan McNeil. We'll start off with you guys. Okay, we are live. Who we got? Anybody watching? Brent Smith is here. Hey, Brent. Both Robbie Anderson, you are here, and of course Jesse Wyatt, you are here. Who is flooding us with likes? Who is flooding us with likes and loves? And I guess I have to share this over on the group as well. Share on my timeline, share a group. We're live. There we go. Okay. There's Robbie. All right, everybody say hi. Who's here? And we'll get to talking a little bit. Oh, and I have coffee. Thank you very, very much. All right. Bit of a slow start, but we're back. It is Monday, September 11th, 2017. It's been a few weeks. Yeah, I guess a couple of so there. I was away. I got married, and now I'm back. It's been 2 weeks, and we're still together, so that's always promising. Yeah, 2 weeks. Got married. Took a little bit of time off. There was a civic holiday in there. School's back in session, and we are a week away from our finalists sending in their videos. Ted Sherwood. Hey, Ted. Thanks for joining, man. Always like to see some non-animation people checking us out. And Joel's here. Okay, this is good. This is good. Everybody's showing up. We can start to build a little bit of momentum here. Hopefully, we get a few more to join us today. I know it's a little bit of me yammering away and dragging on and on while we do this, but you know, it takes a few minutes to warm up and to get everybody around. I'm going to share a cartoon with you guys right now while we wait. That I just shared on my own timeline. Pull it up. I gotta find that share function. Things are a little slow here. The internet is moving slowly. Where is the new YouTube? Where are things? There we go. Share is over there. Edit. Copy. And now we'll go back over here. Join that live update. Join it again. I'm going to share a cartoon with you guys. Like I said, this is the amazing fruit juice protein by one of last year's competitors, Tavis Silvernagel. You guys need to check it out. It's it came up to my Facebook memories today, and always a good excuse to share what I think is one of the greatest cartoons in the history of the universe, as it says on the YouTube channel, Fruit Juice Protein by Tavis Silvernagel, with a little bit of assistance from the amazing Nick Cross. This was done way back in the olden times, when things had barely gone digital, all drawn on paper. I believe Photoshop and After Effects. This is pre-Flash. Enjoy it. It's pretty amazing. Joel McKenzie, Party Time with Party Mike. I don't know. I think I'm all party out, Joel. I had the wedding kind of drained that side of me a little bit, so you're gonna get a little more sedate Mike today, I think. But that's not the worst thing in the world, I would imagine, right? Okay, but yeah, see, look, big old ring right there. That's me now, forever. So yes, we are a week away. There are things here to talk about. Our deadline is next Monday at noon. We've got our 4 finalists. I'm going to write them all down right now so I don't... Alex Scudder Martins. Alex Martins with, of course, Frico. And who else have we got? We've got Adam Winnick. And that one is Hazan. Excuse my head down here. Just dusting off the cobwebs. It was a bit of a running around kind of morning for me, so I'm not too sure where I am yet. We have Ryan McNeil with Pepper and Monterey. And finally, my friend Charlie Richards with, was it Harry and Shelley? It's Harry and Shelley. Why am I forgetting these things today? I swear I've been away for forever here. Yes, so our finalists will have new videos. Our 60-second film challenge, that's 60 seconds, 1 minute to 3 minutes of a wish gone wrong. That'll be coming in next week. And the way this is going to work. So in the past, we had 3 finalists that went into this thing, and the wild card was over. This time around, we have 4 finalists. So 3 that were voted in by our judges, and 1 that was a wild card, Frico. And the voting will continue through this round. We actually have a 2-week voting period starting next Monday at noon. That 2-week voting period will count for 1 of our final votes. We always have 5 judges, right? This time around, we're going to have our regular judges, Christopher Updike, Kristen Hurd, Brandon Lane, and who's our other one? Jay Stevens. And that 4th spot, that rotating judges spot that we usually have somebody else come in for, that's going to be the wild card vote. Okay, so the wild card counts for 1 out of 5 votes this time around. So that they are important. They are important. We've tried to keep the stakes, the wild card stakes, in there right to the end this time around to make that vote worth something. Okay, so I think I'm pretty pleased with it all. We're going to see what you guys say, what you guys do. Frico has been fairly dominant so far. But, you know, anything can happen in this last round. So like I said, that is next Monday. New cartoons in. Voting starts. 2 weeks of that. In the middle of all that, we're going to the Ottawa International Animation Festival. Okay, that is the 20th to the 24th. Wednesday morning, things start up there with TAC and the festival. We have a panel, I believe it's on Thursday, where our Startoon ambassadors, which is our finalists from last year, along with Joel McKenzie, who I believe is still watching, will be joining us for a panel that week. Joel, I guess we need to talk about it. And I'll be there. Our finalists from last year will be there. And we're there to talk all about Startoon, primarily from a creator's perspective, and take questions. Then, at the end of the week, so we'll be around, we'll be doing interviews, we'll be doing the usual stuff that we do, talking to people, checking out what we can. And at the end of the week, on Saturday, they're doing this whole new Kids Day. The Shaw Rocket Fund is sponsoring. And we'll be there. In fact, Francisco will be there, and Kim will be there. We're going to have a puppet on scene, puppet in the house. There'll be coloring contests, like that. We're going to try to get some kid voters that day, and you can take your picture with Francisco. You can do all that kind of stuff. It should be a ton of fun. It's a new thing for us. The kids stuff at the festival in the past has been kind of spread out, and they're putting it all on the Saturday now. And yeah, we get to be a real big part of that. So I'm very excited about it all. Always nice to go home to Ottawa and say hi to everybody and everybody who comes to town for the festival. I've been going since I was in high school, so which is a very, very, very long time ago. And yeah, it's my home turf, and it's always a blast. You get to see some amazing things. You get to see some amazing people. We've got a few out-of-towners coming in. I'm hoping to see my good buddy Esteban Valdez from down in Florida, who right now has had to shutter his studio for a little while. I hope everyone's safe. I understand he's doing fine. They went to higher ground. Things are tense down there. And yeah, so I'm hoping that we get to pass through all this and see everybody in one piece in a couple of weeks. So that's usually a blast, and I expect no less. Yesterday here in Toronto at TIFF was the big premiere of The Breadwinner. The Breadwinner is an exciting 2D feature from Nora Toomey at Cartoon Saloon. Really cool little connection here. So it's being produced, it's executive produced by Angelina Jolie. That's the big hype around the whole thing, is that Angelina Jolie is the executive producer on this movie. And she was there at the premiere yesterday, and my Instagram feed was lit up with people who were like walking the red carpet with her and all her kids. And she said some very inspiring things to a young girl in the audience, and they did the Q&A. So it was a big glitzy affair. A friend of mine, Andrew Rosen, is one of the producers here. You may know them, the Aircraft Pictures. You may know them from Todd and the Book of Pure Evil was a show they produced a number of years ago, a live-action show. My pals at Smiley Guy just finished doing the Todd and the Book of Pure Evil animated feature, which is coming out soon. So this movie is huge. A lot of it was made actually here in Toronto, over at Guru Studios. I believe storyboard and then the ink and paint and all that kind of stuff. So a really strong Canadian Connections thing. They're already talking Oscar buzz, which is outstanding. And it's also going to be playing at Ottawa, so that's going to be my chance to see it. I didn't get a chance. I wasn't on the list for this one, for the big gala thing yesterday, but that's okay. But I'll catch it in Ottawa, and it's Cartoon Saloon. So that's Secret of the Kells, and what's the other one? It's still on Netflix, I think. Secret of the Kells, and somebody help me out here. Song of the Sea. Thank you, Desi. So this is their latest, and it's a little heavier than some of the stuff they've done in the past. But yeah, it's supposed to be really, really cool. So looking forward to that. I like the feature presentations at Ottawa. The short selections are always really interesting. So don't shortchange yourself if you're going. No pun intended. If you're going, go check it out. You can. I always say at any one of those individual short screenings, you're going to get angry at something. Probably. You're likely to fall asleep, but you'll also see something really beautiful. So that's why you go. I mean, we live in an age where we see a lot of stuff online and stuff's available to us all the time. But it's very curated. So we always see the things that we like to see. We always see the things that we gravitate towards. I think it's really important, something like this, the festival, where you sit down at a screening and you see things that you wouldn't normally go looking for. And that's really big, because it's going to inform what you do next. It's going to inform, something there will inform what you do. And festivals, there's sort of an ongoing conversation with the relevance of festivals. And, should you be sending your stuff to them? Because a lot of people, you just put it online and you've already got an audience and more people will see it there than anywhere else. But I'm a big fan of these events. Certainly this community, which I'm always a big fan of, a big supporter of. And this is the one I've been going to forever. So this is the club. And Kelly Neal and Chris Robinson and Ozarin and everybody there, they do an amazing job of putting this thing together every year. And but beyond that, it's like you're going. if you take what you do seriously, then you need to expose yourself to new things. You need to see what people are doing elsewhere. And we end up in these social media bubbles where, I mean, even like my news feed is all incredibly liberal, and maybe sometimes it's good for me to get a little bit of the other side of the fence. The stuff I get shared with in animation is very, I don't know, it's very curated. It's of a certain type, and every once in a while you need a little blast of something else. And you never know. You never know what's going to do to you, how it's going to change you, what it could do in terms of your own approach and your own aesthetic. So do yourself a favor. If you're in Ottawa, go to a screening. Check them out. There we go. Song on Stephen Brent. So we'll be there, and always a hell of a time, and could not be looking forward to it more. Then we get back, and within only a couple of days, we'll have our finale. We're here. It's kind of crazy. It's been weeks and weeks and weeks of this, and I'm back in my flannels again because the temperature's changing outside. I'm a little sweaty. This might have been a little premature today, but I'm out of the t-shirt and back in my flannels, and it's back to school, and that means that we're like less than a month away from our finale. So the finale, like last year, we're going to be at the YouTube space. We're going to be going out live on YouTube, so don't look for it here on Facebook, okay? We're not going to be here. We're going to be doing this live on YouTube. We will, of course, make it available elsewhere afterwards, and you guys, please do continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So we have a whole show lined up. Our judges will be in-house. I believe even Christopher Updike, who is our judge from the States, is going to be in town for it, so we're going to have him in-house. So all four of our judges will be in-house. There is that wild card voting round that will count towards one of those selections. Our hosts this year will be our very own Kim and Francisco. So Francisco will be present there as well. We're trucking him out for everything. And yeah, a decision's going to be made, and someone's going to win a $25,000 development deal. This is the real thing. We've got a couple updates from our finalists that we're going to get out to you guys this week. We talked to them. They all felt fairly confident about their progress. When I say confident, I don't mean that they all felt cocky that they were going to win. But they all feel they've got it in hand and that they've got a good handle on their production and on their films. We tried to give them as much feedback as we could. We got Jesse Cleverly back in the mix, our creative director from Wild Seed, to give them some feedback specifically. So not only did they have the judges' feedback this time, they got a couple of extra words of wisdom from Jesse Cleverly. I believe that video is also available online, if we post it or not, but it should be available to you guys as well if you want to check it out for added tutorial for your own stuff. And yeah, we're going to have another winner. Someone will be joining Andy Greeling as the second ever champion winner of Startoon with a $25,000 development deal. And then we see what goes from there. So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey again this year. We tried a lot of new things, and we'll be able to talk a little bit after the fact about what we're doing next. Hopefully, join us in Ottawa. We will not have any news as far as Startoon 3. You're going to get a lot of very diplomatic. We'll re-examining what we're doing and seeing what we're doing next. You can get a lot of that out of us. But this has been exciting. And as always, it's because of you guys. You never know what you're going to get. We had another great turnout this year, and jeepers, you guys really pulled it off again. A ton of amazing stuff. Like last year, like I said, we've got Joel here, and Joel's coming with us because not only did our winner pick up a deal, but we always look at, you never know what else could happen, and Joel's a good example of that. We are currently developing Tough Palm. He left a little comment there, and it's true. We did actually have a live Pomeranian in the studio last week. I guess it's fair to share with you guys that was Tough Palm related. It's not like we just have puppies running around nonstop. There are a few people in the place who aren't really big dog people. Yeah, he peed apparently. I wasn't here for it. He peed. But yeah, so there's that stuff is in progress. The big MIPCOM is coming up, which is where we generally go out and try to shop the stuff around. So hopefully in the not too distant future there might be some news regarding Sonny and Bentley, regarding Tough Palm. We'll see where this stuff goes. Yeah, Michael. I know, it's going to be good to see you, man. I'm looking forward to coming to town and hanging out with everybody again. It's going to be great. That's Michael Peterson from the Ottawa Festival himself. He's very good to us, takes really good care of us, and yeah, I can't wait to get there. It's a very exciting time of year. All the events, the picnic is a blast. I don't know if all you guys, I don't know who among you have been, who among you are going. Who have we got on here right now? Who's going to the Ottawa Festival? Brent, I know you're going. Alexis, any chance you're going to be there? Joel, you will be there. I'm looking to see who else we have. Lee Bird. Who else is in the room right now? Are you guys coming this year? Where are we at? Sorry, I just bumped something around here. Yes, Brent, of course, you're going. I don't know. It's always Christmas. I have to spend a little bit of time looking through the program. I haven't done it yet, and we're getting pretty close to the deadline. And I got to see what there is to see this year and what I'm going to be able to make it to around all the stuff that I mean, there's more things to see than you can go to. Thankfully, they do put the screenings on multiple times. You can always play catch up. People coming to town. I guess having shared Fruit Juice Protein, unfortunately Tavis isn't coming. But his colleague on that film, Nick Cross, is going to be there, which is always a blast. And I'm trying to hit him up to maybe do a little bit of an interview with us. Nick was on our selection committee this year, and had some very interesting feedback on some of the selections. But hopefully we can get a little bit of time with him as well. He has just announced that he has been apparently working for the last 3 years on another short film, and he's getting closer to finishing. So I would imagine sometime next year we might see another short out of Nick Cross, which is always exciting. And he did just get his green card for the U.S., so we've lost another one. All right, well, we are at 12:24. I'm not too sure what else to talk about right now, because really it's all about this finale coming up. Really, it's all about getting down to this and waiting for those cartoons to come in next week, and to, as always, vote, 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 vote. If you've got a favorite, I want to hear about it. If you guys want to get behind somebody and help guarantee that extra little push, get them in the door, now's the time to do it, man. If you've got a favorite, then put your social media behind them and get it out and get this thing through. If there are no questions, and I'm not really seeing it, Chris Daney's here. Hey, Chris, see you in a couple weeks, man. Chris Daney Productions in Ottawa. They usually do one of the like the sponsors reel, or one of the films that always pops up in front of the screenings. I don't know if he's done it again this year. I think it's sort of a regular thing. So I'm going to assume, Chris, that you have. So I'm always, and it's always a treat. It's a cool thing to see the progress of a company like Chris's and what they do each year and how their aesthetic grows and changes. So always, again, it's just one of those extra added bonuses. They do a lot that way. There's a little film, like I said, the sponsors reel, plus a little intro film that comes on. There is a, let me see if I can find it. Oh, Kim has joined. Okay. There's also, let me see if I can find, there's a compilation of OIAF videos, OIAF trailers. Here it is. OIAF trailers dating back to like 1979. Oh no, this is the 1976 one, Signal Film. Let me see if I can share that one up here. So this is going to be the all Ottawa discussion. Kim is here. Hi, Kim. She's not in the studio at the moment. No, go back. Okay, let's paste this in. You guys can take a look at what life was like back in the 70s. YAF. Ottawa. I've got to find the compilation though. Ottawa Animation Signal Film. I'm trying to do two things at once here. Signal Film. I know this gets very exciting for you guys when I'm trying to multitask on camera. Oh, it was a 2016 Signal Film. There's a bunch of them online. 2006. Where's the compilation? Oh, here's one that Nick did. You guys will like this. This was for the Student Animation Festival. Very cartoony, which sort of we tend to kind of gravitate towards. He's got it up on his channel. Throw that one in Nick as well. share that. That was an awesome one. That was Sappho 2003. That was the Student Animation Festival, Ottawa. So they used to do the Ottawa Festival every other year, and then for a while, when it first started, it was a traveling festival. So it was in Hamilton, it was in Toronto, it was in Kingston, it was in Ottawa. Then it secured itself. It landed firmly in Ottawa, and they went every 2 years. And then they started doing a student festival on-off, like 1 year on for the main festival, 1 year off for the student festival, and they just combined it all and went annually. So there's a little something from Nick they did way back when for the student festival. It's a little crazy. There's a bunch of stuff. Is this the compilation? These guys seem to have, Smudge Animation seems to have a playlist, I think. Or, no, that's still the 76 one. Anyhow, check them out. They're a lot of fun. And yeah, a truly exciting time. Looking forward to it. What else can we talk about? Anything? If you guys have questions, now's the time, because I think we're just about done here. I will reiterate. 1 more week to go. Next Monday at noon, new cartoons. 4 actual cartoons. We with the structures that we tweaked this year. Is Esteban in the room? Yay, there he is. Steve. How you doing, man? Survived the night. Sorry, this is Esteban Valdez, honorary Canadian. Steve was, he worked a number of years ago at Fat Cat out in Miramichi, New Brunswick. That's where I met him. New Englander originally, so almost Canadian right there. Currently running a great little studio down in Florida. And they had to board things up in the last couple days. So it is amazing you are here. I was following, Steve's been updating everybody on the huge storm, Irma, down in Florida. And it seems you've gotten through the night and still have power from the look of things. How you doing, buddy? I was just talking about you actually a few minutes ago. Looking forward to seeing you, hopefully, if everything goes well the next couple days, in Ottawa in a couple weeks. We're bringing the whole gang from Startoon, so hopefully this giant storm hasn't changed your plans too much, because I can't wait to see you, man. Just when you get back and things are hopefully all in one piece for you, doesn't change it. And if you don't make it now, we'll find some other time. I know, but Steve's one of our regulars, and this is how it works. You find these events and you build a community, and it's an excuse for everyone to climb out from behind their Cintiqs and get together in one place every year. And if Steve can make it from Florida, you guys can certainly make it from wherever you're at. I'm looking at you, Alex. Get you in from Montreal. It'd be cool to meet you, man. I don't know what else to say right now. It's just we're down to the wire. And it's been a blast again this year. We have a couple of very busy weeks ahead of us, and yeah, somebody's going to win this thing again. Who's got favorites? I wonder what the odds are. What the community is thinking right now in terms of picks and favorites. I'm not really supposed to say if I've got a favorite or not, because actually, in my opinion, if I'm going to venture it. I don't know if it's going to be like this every year. I find myself saying it now 2 years in a row. I think it's anybody's guess. Allow me to indulge. Certainly we have had Pepper Cat. Certainly we have had, Pepper Monterey and in Harry and Shelley, we have 2 very strong finalists right there. It's really interesting right now because everyone has very different strengths. Pepper and Monterey, the finished quality of the animation, the comedic timing, the gag humor is winning out with the judges every time, and with you guys, it seems. Certainly, it's hard to fault it. The criticism is it needs a little more development, a little more on the writing side. But this is why, at this stage, when we do this 1 to 3 minute thing, this is a chance for that to show. Everybody gets this point, and it's been limited in what you can show so far. So, and that was very intentional. Last year, it was a lot more open, and people could do a lot more showing the world, that kind of thing. We really wanted to focus on the characters, and that's the ones who have survived to this point. So, in this case, we're going to have these basically little mini pilots. People, their chance to show us maybe other characters, show us the world, show us what an episode might look like, how the comedy really works. Pepper Monterey has done a lot of that already, but we're looking to see how it all comes together. Now with Charlie's, the writing has always been strong, and the criticism has been his ability to execute in terms of the finished animation. Now that hasn't been a huge requirement for us so far, but in this last round, in order to win the judges, you really got to pull out all the stops. So we're looking to see Harry and Shelley with a little more robust animation than it has had in the past, and to see what that episode would really look like. Then you get over to Hazan, which is, I mean, it's a weird one, and but I really think it's like we got 2 wild cards here. No one really knows what it's fully about, but it makes us laugh every time, and it barely squeaked in as a contender, but it's made it every time, and I think there's a real shot here that they could impress the hell out of the judges in this last round. So when it comes down to those 3, last year we really had a fight for 2, and it was because our wild card last year was just young creators who I think did an amazing job with Jack the Rabbit, but they just weren't fully formed yet, and that's fine. I mean, I look forward to seeing what these guys do every single step of the way. In this case, all 3 of those are really solid in terms of their shot at this. Now, Frico being our wild card, has done something that I think all the other 3 haven't quite done. And even though Frico, I've talked with Alex directly about this, it kind of doesn't have a shot in that it just doesn't belong in the 6 to 11. And I think he's embracing that at this point. He's happy to be at this stage and be able to show it off and just be funny, but he's actually done what we want our creators to do in a way that everybody should be aspiring to. He's got a solid grasp of his characters, and it shows each time. We already know the world very clearly. We get a sense of relationships. He's told us what this show is in, I think, a more successful way even than our other 3 contenders. So for me, I just can't wait to see more Frico, and I can't wait to see what Alex does next with it and where it goes. So the fact that it made it this far and that it got the wild card and we're going to see more of them is just amazing. But really, at this stage, again, I don't know. I wouldn't know who to bet on right now. It's a tough call. It's a really tough call. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out in just a couple weeks. Well, a few weeks, I guess, in about 3 weeks. But yeah. So there. Okay. On that note, we will wrap this up. I don't know what more you guys need to hear from me right now. I want to wish a lot of luck to our 4 contenders. Cannot wait to see what you've got for us next week. And the rest of you guys, stick around. Hey, Miles is here. All right, man. Back from his holiday, I guess. Cannot wait to see what you guys have got. Cannot wait to see these cartoons. We've had a lot of great submissions along the way. At this point, we are at the cream of the crop, and each of you guys have a tremendous opportunity to shine here with full 1 to 3 minute little mini pilot, little mini short films, where we really get to see what your shows are all about. And that's always super exciting. So yeah, this is the exciting stuff is coming. We are almost there. I want to thank you guys for joining me again this week. Finally back. A little bit of a turnout again. It's always nice to see you guys actually show up to listen to me yammer. But yeah, we're down to it. So again, good luck to our contenders. We are almost there. Put your pedal to the metal this week. I know at least one of you, I think, is taking the week off to work on their project, pulling out all the stops, and that's the big thing right now. How bad do you want it? Okay. Each of you guys, you just got to show us. You got to show us how bad you want it. Whether that's from the right. I mean, you can have great creative, and if your execution falls apart, I'm sorry. At this stage of the game, it's got to be all there. So don't. I mean, normally, I tend to tell people not to kill themselves working on stuff like this, but kill yourself working on this if you want it. Okay, that's the shot you've got, because we have some solid contenders right now, and like I said, it is anybody's guess. So we will see you back next week when the cartoons are in, and yeah, that is it for me. Take care, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.